Welcome back, everybody, to the Poor Boys podcast with Pigskin and Lone Star. And now, the Boys Unchained. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of the Poor Boys podcast, The Boys Unchained. I am Pigskin, and as always, with me, my brother from another mother, Sir Lone Star.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, sir?
Doing good,
How's
man.
life
Doing
treating you?
good. Doing good, brother. As always, man. As
Hell
always.
yeah.
So finally, Season 1, Episode 1 of our podcast is going to be set out to go out this evening. We are currently recording it right now. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a little bit of meet and greet. You guys get to know us a little bit.
Is this the About Me section of the podcast? Because
Yes.
you're going to get to know us. So this is about us. So
This
that's
is,
kind of where we're going with this one.
Yep, this is a get to know us episode. Get to know the boys. Come hang out with us for a bit. Talk about kind of where we're going to go with the channel, where we came from, where we started, the different platforms that we are on. Just to get to know us a little bit, especially for those of you who are listening to us on the podcast for the first time. We appreciate all the listens that we're getting over on Spotify, Anchor, all the other apps that we are on, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, and Amazon Music. We appreciate everybody listening on every single app.
Absolutely.
We do appreciate that. So I'll go ahead and let you start off a little bit. Maybe kind of tell them where you're from, kind of some of your interests, stuff like that, just to get some people a little bit idea of who we are. And
I'm going to start this off and say some of what I say may not be the truth, the whole truth, or the truth. But hey, you know what? I want to make it sound damn good. So we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Yes, my name's Lone Star, aka or Lone Star's Lounge, Lone Star, man of many nicknames, but for the most part, my mama named me Chad. So my name is Chad. I am from Texas, the great state, the Lone Star State. So hence the name. Also, the name does come from a movie, Spaceballs, for those that don't know or may get that reference. If you do, hell yeah. Also, I used to drink a bunch of Lone Star beer. So again, name Lone Star, Lone Star's Lounge. It's been many different names.
Which you have come to find out that is really not a tasty beer.
Yes. So
you found that out the other night.
When I was in the slums, and wasn't working and all that, I was like, okay, I can get a 12-pack of Lone Star for like $9. I was like, hell yeah, right? Score, cha-ching. And I would always drink that. Now I've kind of stepped up the game with the new JOB and all that. And I'm able to enjoy the finer things in beer.
Right. I feel you on that. I feel you.
So typically I do drink Dos Equis whenever I'm hanging out. But just a little bit about me. Born in the 80s, diehard sports fan. So I'm in the Dallas area, Cowboys, Mavericks, Stars, Rangers, all that good stuff. Born and raised in Texas, moved to Florida for a couple of years in 2015, moved back, and also lived in Massachusetts in 1997 and 98. And so I've kind of spent a little bit of time on the East Coast over there. So pretty enjoyable. Lived on the beach in Florida, which was pretty damn cool. Let's see here. What may not be true? No, I'm kidding. But so again, I started my whole YouTube and social media experience. I like to be in front of the camera. I like meeting new friends. You know what? I don't know how I do. I mean, I'm short. I'm stumpy. I got a dad bod. I don't know how this works. But you know what? I make friends and I like meeting friends. So I started the social media route, YouTube and Instagram and the whole TikTok. And it's kind of all come forth in there. I do a bunch of watch alongs on my YouTube channel, Lone Stars Lounge. I do a bunch of cowboy videos. I do watch alongs and all that. So that's kind of where that goes. Been on social media since probably 2017. So it's kind of where I got started. But I've enjoyed it. I've met some amazing friends. I've met people that I call family. some people more family than others, but yeah,
Yeah,
family nonetheless.
yeah, that's kind of how it works sometimes too.
Family nonetheless. But that's a little bit about me.
Well, before I jump into a little bit about me, we're going to take a little break to throw a little commercial advertisement out there for you guys. We are an affiliate partner with the Wild Man Drinking Company based out of Utah. And this company was started by a couple guys that went to the University of Utah, graduated with, I think they're engineers, and they like to party.
Yes.
So they created the Kraken 2.0, which is a beer bonging device that allows you to beer bong a beer, a beer or a non-alcoholic beverage. It works for
one of
both.
the best, one of the best inventions ever.
It is. It's really freaking sweet. It's got a keychain holder on it. I actually have mine on a lanyard so I can wear it around my neck so that I don't have to lose it if I'm at a party or hanging out and I want it. It's right there everywhere I go. Absolutely great product. Like I mentioned, we are an affiliate partner. So if you go to Wild Man Drinking Company and you place an order to order the Kraken 2.0, it comes out to $19.99. But here's the kicker. If you use the promo code Boyz, THEPOURBOYZ, you will get $5 off your order.
Yes, and that is big. That is huge. So instead of being $20, $15, make you holla.
$15. You save $5 on every order over $10. If you're going to place multiple orders, I recommend that if you're going to get multiple Krakens, I recommend placing multiple orders because it will save you extra money on each Kraken that you buy. Instead of taking $5 off a single order, you can make multiple orders and use the promo code over and over again. So there you go.
And even if you don't use it, you can always send one to a friend.
Or let somebody else know where they can find it, and they can go buy it for themselves. So, absolutely. But with that said, let's go ahead and get cracking. So for those of you who don't know what shotgunning a beer is, you're basically cutting a hole in the bottom of a beer that's upside down, tipping it up, putting it in your mouth, and cracking it open, and basically allowing gravity to force it into your stomach. Some people can handle it, some people can't. There are days that I can't handle it. So, yeah, it's fun though.
Not one of those days.
No, right now it's not one of those days. We are good because mine didn't even leak this time, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, brother. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Oh man. Always so cold.
And burp. Oh man, that gets you every time. It's a nice little rush.
That's so much fun, man. It really is. So with that out of the way, I am Pigskin, aka nicknames I won't mention on here, aka Jay.
But why not? I got a question for you. Why not?
So I am humbly called Foreskin over on the YouTubes. It was given to us by one of our friends over on the YouTube side. So if you hear Foreskin when I come into chat over there, that is my endearing nickname that was given to me by a good friend over on the YouTube side. But yes, I'm from Washington State. I grew up here. I was born in California. Lived up here for most of my life. And lived in Arizona for 6 years until I got sick and tired of the heat and moved my way back up to Washington State. Yes, I live in Washington State, and no, I do not root for the Seahawks. I am a diehard Seattle Mariners fan. I grew up watching the Seattle Mariners. I was born into a Denver Broncos family, so I root for the Denver Broncos. Living in Seattle, and living in Seattle as a Broncos fan back in the early 90s was not fun because the Seahawks and the Broncos were in the same division back then. So it was a little rougher to be a Denver Broncos fan. It's even rougher now since the Russell Wilson trade to be a Denver Bronco fan in the Seattle area. But yeah, so I'm married. I got 2 kids. Yeah. So 2 kids that live with me anyways. I have other children that don't reside in my residence, but I have my 2 boys live with me. But yeah, so we, Chad's been on YouTube quite a bit. That's how we met. My wife has a channel, Blue Farm, over on the YouTube. And she had met Chad in one of the rooms that she was in. And she said, "Hey, there's this guy up here. He's really cool. You should go up and hang out on his panel." Well, Chad's panel was the first panel that I ever went up on YouTube on. I had never been on a panel on YouTube before. I'd never gone live before. So I went up on his panel and
the cherry per se.
Fuck, dude, like everything just kind of clicked since then, bro. Like we became like brothers. We decided, I think it was like 4 months after we met to start the Poor Boys. Because we started the Poor Boys March 6th. Will be our 1 year anniversary over on the tubes.
That's freaking cool, man.
That is when we started. Cool. So we are coming up on our 1 year over on the YouTube side. So yeah, we decided that we were going to start our own channel. He was kind of doing something at that point in time with somebody else. And we kind of went in a different direction. We wanted to do a little more than just the YouTube side. We went to the TikTok side. We're over on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Discord. We are on, I mean, you name, we're on, you're on the YouTubes. I mean, you name where we're at, we're everywhere. We're on Facebook, we have Facebook coverage. We've got our own podcast now that's spread across 5 or 6 different podcast apps. So we're all over the place now. We started out as two guys that just wanted to have fun. And our channel is kind of growing and continuing to grow. We're trying to get our subscribers up there so that we can get monetized on these accounts so that we can start, putting the money back into the programs and back into the things we're doing because we enjoy what we're doing so much that any of the money that we do make, any money that gets donated to us, turns around and goes right back into the channel to cover costs on streaming services, cover costs on all of our video editing, everything that we do to keep our YouTube channel running, keep the podcast running. So every donation, every penny that any of our subscribers or listeners have sent us, we truly, truly appreciate it when we've gotten some in the past. And we continue to receive them today. So we appreciate everybody that's helped kind of keep the Poor Boys going. And yeah, man, it's been fun, dude.
And just with that being said, don't feel obligated to,
never
send us money or anything like that. But if you want to send a Lamborghini, I ain't gonna bitch about it.
Hey, so, you're gonna send me a Lamborghini.
You do you.
It's gotta be baby blue. It's gotta be baby blue.
Baby blue. I want the neon green Lambo.
All right. I ain't doing like red or yellow. Those are too traditional.
Neon green Lambo with some black wheels, freaking matte neon. There we go. Now we're like my dream car is Eleanor, but you know what? We're not gonna go there.
Oh shit. That's crazy, bro.
So yeah, like I said, we're definitely having fun on all the platforms. Again, we're like Jay said or Pigskin said, we are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we just have fun meeting people and doing social media. So definitely check us out if you have any of those social medias.
Yes.
But
yes. Go ahead.
The highlight of last year, and I will never forget it, is I actually got to come up to Washington State last year for my birthday and July 4th. And I got to meet you and your family. Yeah, so that was pretty damn cool. Awesome. So we have formally met. So we are not in the same state, obviously, but we have met.
Yes.
Went to a Mariners game and all kinds of fun stuff. So
got both of our channels banned on TikTok.
I mean, it happens. It's bound to happen when you get
Nikki's channel. I think Nikki's channel even got banned that weekend too. Like we had so many accounts shut down that weekend. It was ridiculous, dude.
That's why you gotta love social media.
Oops, sorry. Man.
Yeah, that's why you gotta love social media. But yeah, we definitely enjoy each other's company. I said we plan on doing a whole bunch more stuff on the podcast. We plan on doing a bunch more stuff on the YouTubes. Is just our YouTube channel is the Poor POURBOYZ. Also on TikTok as well, on Instagram and on Facebook.
Yes. We are all over the place, and we're trying to continue to expound where we are. We're trying to continue to do new things. The podcast is something fairly new. Again, like I said, this is the first actual episode of our first season. We do have 2 bonus episodes out there on Spotify. If you guys haven't checked those out, please do. We've got a DeMar Hamlin update that we did right after the DeMar Hamlin injury. And then we have our first playoff chalk talk that we did about the current playoffs that are going on. We'll probably do 1 more playoff chalk talk bonus episodes before the end of the season's over, maybe 2 depending on the Super Bowl. We will have a few other bonus episodes, but as far as our main podcast, this is the first episode, and every episode of our podcast will lead into the next episode of the podcast, and we will be asking you guys to help us out coming up with things that you guys want to talk about. Things we're going to have a topic that we're going to talk about, and if there's things on there that you want us to cover or we don't maybe not know about, send us a message, drop a comment below about the video, what you thought of it. If you have any information or thoughts about things that can happen on the next episode, again, like things that we may not know about, because yeah, we're gonna be doing all sorts of crazy topics and stuff lately. So
absolutely, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. We got some good topics. We've kind of already thrown some ideas at each other, so we'll see what spaghetti string sticks, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, definitely kind of see what happens and how we kind of work, how it works, and we got a lot of things planned. We got a lot of things that are coming up. Topics and things like that we're going to be going over and talking about as well. So there's a lot of cool things coming. We are going to be doing a collaboration with our two buddies Mike and Greg that are on Spotify as well.
Shout out.
They have a podcast. It is Stuck in the Middle presents Talking Smack with Greg and Mike. If you have not checked out that podcast, they are on Spotify. Go check them out. Two really cool dudes. They're absolutely freaking hilarious. Me and Chad were listening to a couple of their podcasts the other day, and like they're just super upbeat. They're always upbeat and happy, and it seems like they've kind of got they enjoy what they're doing, and that's kind of where we want to be. We want to be where we're showing people that we love what we're doing, and we enjoy doing this with you guys. And so that's the kind of attitude and kind of their whole motivation behind their channel. So we will be doing some collaborations. We will be having them up on the podcast. Probably not next weekend, but the following Sunday, I believe I have booked them for a show. I'm not sure if it's going to be on YouTube or if it's going to be on the actual podcast. If it is going to be on YouTube, we will put out a short, quick bonus episode on the podcast announcing when they will be coming up. And kind of advertising for you guys to come over to that channel.
This podcast could go south with them boys. They are. If you don't know who Greg and Mike are, you should. You living under a rock? What?
Yeah, but you living under a rock
are freaking. I don't even know. I don't even know what word I can get those guys.
Here's the only downside about those two guys. Okay, one's a Seahawk fan, one's a Niner fan, and how they're friends, I have no freaking clue.
Oh, and by the way, Greg, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's Greg.
If you hear this, go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Your 49ers still suck.
Yeah, Niners suck.
Yeah, January 26th, they still suck.
Niners suck. They really, really suck. He's gonna love that. I'm gonna send this episode directly to him just so he can listen to it.
But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun podcast.
It will be, and I can't wait to collab with them, man. They're two really good dudes. They got a head on their shoulders. They know what they're talking about. It may be about sports. It may not be about sports. Who knows? They don't necessarily talk about sports on their podcast. We don't necessarily talk about sports on our podcast.
True.
We all enjoy sports and we do talk sports, but that is definitely not the focal point of the podcast. We will be doing some March Madness stuff coming up in March. We're doing a March Madness bracket over on the YouTube side. So if you want to come over and subscribe to the Poor Boys on YouTube, we will be doing a $5 buy-in for the bracket. Everybody fills out their own bracket, puts $5 in the pot. Depending on how many people we get. If we get a lot of people that join, we will do a 1, 2, 3 payout. If it's only a few people, it will be a number one payout. If you win everything. So it really depends on if we get 100 people, we'll do it 1, 2, 3. If we get 10 people, we're going to do it winner take all. So we'll kind of see the size of the pool for that bracket. But we will be doing a bracket competition during the March Madness tournament this year. We did it last year. We actually covered it last year. We didn't do a bracket last year, but we did cover the tournament. We did go over all the winners and losers every week. Talked a little bit about the schools. And last year, man, holy crap, there was some upsets, bro.
Man, that was a fun March Madness last year. We had a lot of fun doing that. And we're like just mind blown some of the games that took place. Man, I said it happens every year. There's always a Cinderella or there's always a big upset. And that's what I love about March Madness. I don't typically watch college basketball during the regular season. So when it comes to March Madness, I either pick the team or the color or the mascot. If I don't know, I mean, granted, I know enough about these teams, but it's always fun. It doesn't matter if you're into sports, you're not into sports. March Madness is fun. Like I said, you can pick your favorite color, your favorite team, whatever. So, but yeah, last year was insane.
Yes, last year was fun. There were a lot of crazy games, crazy teams that won. We had a 15 ranked team make it to the Elite Eight or something like that for only the second time in NCAA history or something like that. So I always love watching that tournament, specifically because of the upsets, man. You get schools like St. Mary's and things like that pop up in the 14, 15 slots, and all of a sudden are decimating number 2, number 3 teams to go all the way to the Elite Eight. It's pretty impressive to watch, bro. I mean, it really is. It goes to show you that the size of your school really does not have any bearing on how well your basketball team plays.
No, you could be like a very, very, very small school and go far. Just like last year showed. I mean, that's why you gotta love March Madness. One, it's spring break. You get March Madness. I mean, what could go wrong? That they say that's the best day for guys to get vasectomies. I don't know if that. If you're still listening and you just heard that,
where did you hear that?
You've never heard that?
No.
So yeah, I mean, why not get a vasectomy? You get a bag of peas, you put it on your nuts, and you watch basketball for a few days. It everybody does it. It's a known fact that within March Madness, it is like guys get vasectomies. Like it's the most requested time frame. Just because you're at home, you might as well have something to do. It's March Madness, so look it up, y'all.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry. Also, sorry, buddy.
I did not know that. That's funny.
So yeah, so that's another reason why March Madness is awesome. If you don't want any more babies,
if you don't want any more babies, oh dear God.
But yeah, so we will be doing all that bracket stuff. We look forward to it. We will have spreadsheets. We'll have automated spreadsheets. You can print a copy. You can submit a copy to us. It'll be very easy. Yes. We'll make it as simple as possible, even if you're computer literate. Hey, again, you're under a rock to figure it out.
The way we're going to try to do it, the way I'm going to try to do it is I'm going to be sending out a digital copy to everybody that you can fill out digitally. You can print it off. You can save the finished draft onto your computer, and then forward the finished bracket back to us. That way we have everybody's brackets. We can go through every week and we can talk about kind of who won what games, who's still kind of in the hunt as far as points go. We will I don't know, maybe we can assign a point total to each team or something. We can figure out a way to score it besides winning and losing as well too. So who knows? We still got a month or so before that actually starts. So we've got some time to plan and kind of get that in the works. So
you kind of want to break into kind of what we're going to kind of discuss in these weeks and kind of how everything's going to roll. So that way kind of get y'all.
Yeah. So next week we're going to be starting off our podcast next week with the Poor Boys Top 10. And every week we will be starting off the Poor Boys episode with the Poor Boys Top 10. We will tell you what the Poor Boys Top 10 is the week prior. And we want you guys to put comments on this video about things that are coming up next week. So for instance, next week, our top 10 is going to be the top 10 weirdest laws in the U.S.
That is going to be a shit show. Because I guarantee there's some shit that are going to be like, what the
dude, there's
hell?
some stupid, there's some dumb laws out there, dude. There's some really stupid laws. And a lot of them, there's like blue laws and things like that have been around forever. They don't really enforce them, but they're still a law. So we're going to be covering that next week. That'll be our topic.
There are no laws. No,
there are no laws.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be some weird shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So we have our list. We have the Poor Boys podcast. We have our top 10. So Poor Boys top 10. We have our top 10. But we want you guys to send us your weird laws in your state that you live in. We may not cover the weird law that is in your state. We may already have it on the list. And if we do, then we will cover it through our episode. But if you think there's a weird law out there that you think we should know about and that we should discuss in our next podcast, drop a comment on this video. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you guys have any blue laws or anything like that are still technically laws, but they're not really enforced. I know one of them, I believe, New Orleans, I think you can't walk an alligator down the street without a leash. Against you know what I mean? Like just
really,
stupid shit like that. It's weird.
On a leash. I can see it now. That thing's like slower than a turtle. I mean, what the hell?
They're pretty quick though when they get running, bro. I don't want to be anywhere near.
Yeah. I mean, once you piss them off and step on their nose, yeah, they may run after you, but
right. Right. Oh my goodness. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any weird laws in your state that you guys would like us to cover, let us know. Drop comments down below. If you don't want to drop a comment down below, but you still want your information to be heard, send us an email. The Poor Boys, the ThePours, not Z, BOYS 123. So it's the Poor Boys with an S 123 at gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know what the weird laws in your state are. And yeah, we will cover it next week, and we will talk a little bit about kind of what's the crazy stuff going on in the rest of the country. So
that list is going to be an absolute shit show. I guarantee there's going to be some like you can't do a handstand
dude,
on a pole or something. I mean, it's just, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those is going to be in there somewhere.
Dude, it's yeah. There's I've already read a few of them to kind of go through and prep for next week, and there's some pretty obscure laws and things that are illegal in certain states. So that's kind of why we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what weird laws are in your state, what blue laws are in your state that are laws but really aren't enforced. So yeah, there's a lot of them out there, and I know there is. So but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting us, getting to know us a little bit better, kind of getting a little bit of our backstory.
And if you want to get to know us a little bit more, don't ask questions. We're not going to tell you the truth. So don't say, hey, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? No, just no.
It's pink and spaghetti. And if anybody knows me, that is not true at all.
I'm gonna say aqua and sushi.
Aqua and sushi. There you go.
Awkward sushi or
awkward sushi.
Awkward I don't know.
Sushi. I don't know if I'd eat awkward sushi, bro. I don't think that's okay.
I mean,
awkward sushi doesn't sound like I'm not very fresh,
it, but you know,
awkward sushi doesn't sound fresh, bro.
No. But again, don't ask us any more about our shows because I mean, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? You might hear something you enjoy.
And that's the About Us section.
And that is the About Us section. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Poor Boys podcast, The Boys Unchained. I'm Pigskin.
I'm Lone Star.
And as always, guys, please, for the sake of Weird Al Yankovic, stay weird, y'all.
Stay weird, y'all. Cheers, and thanks for listening.